and I'm able to put it.
What it do? This is Talking Real 1000. I'm your host, Papi Jae, alongside El Jefe, WIZE, Wise, CEO, and all this other stuff. How you feeling?
I am actually a little bit sore, but I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh man, everybody's hurt. What the hell is going on?
Well, I don't know why I'm sore. It's because I went and I got my first shot.
Oh, how I feel. Explain.
Honestly, son, I didn't even feel when I didn't even feel when she fucking stabbed me. I didn't even feel it when she didn't even feel it. I didn't feel it till like the next morning where my arm was sore and that's it. Like I was sore, and then today I was a little achy, but other than that, I was pretty good.
Ah, what's that? The 2-shot one?
Yeah, it's the Moderna shot. It's the 2-shot one, and they said the second one is the worst one. So we'll see.
I know a few people. They ain't really, well, everybody's different, but I know a few people that took their shot and did their second shot. They ain't really. I know a lot of teachers.
Listen, it hit people differently, man.
I know a lot of teachers, so it was just so they had to take it. So, but none of them.
Listen, if
sick like that, so I can't talk shit about the shot. You know what I'm saying? I can't say, there's no numbers. I don't know nobody. I ain't going off of their numbers. I'm going off of the people that I know and the people they know that took the shot. And there wasn't a lot of negative side effects so far, at least so far. But
some people, some people just for me is that they felt a little achiness after the shot, after the second shot, where they felt a little ill. But it's like kind of like when you get your flu shot. Like when you get your flu shot, you kind of feel like after you get your flu shot, you feel like, but then you're feeling better after that. What's something? So that's something like that, man. This is what's gonna be considered like a flu shot from now on.
Yeah, and now this is what I'm saying. I took my first flu shot willingly, which means not as a child by your parent, just taking you to the doctor. I took my first flu shot willingly, like 2000. I want to say 8, and I'm telling you, I should park my ass. I never took that shit again. I didn't understand the circumstances, so it was like I was locked up. Everybody was locked down. They're like, yo, you want to take a flu shot? You get out your cell. Nigga, like, sure, let me get out for 15 minutes and just stretch and look around. Man, I never do that shit again. But I'm saying, like, everybody don't get the flu that easily. Everybody don't. Either I caught it already when it first happened, or I've been working with people for the longest before the mask.
So, listen, you ain't got to tell me. Like, I'm wondering. Like, I work in a casino. Like, and people have caught it in the casino. So I'm like, either I had it already, or shit just want to go over me, or I don't know. But
I'm gonna go with I
I
had it
want
already. That's what I'm gonna
huh?
go with. I'm gonna go with I had it already. I'm gonna go with
It
I
didn't
got
affect you so hard. You
food.
going with you're going with it didn't affect you so hard.
I'm going with good evening, Sabrina.
Good evening, Sabrina.
How you doing, Queen? Nah, I'm saying I had the flu or whatever the fuck it was. It felt like flu-ish to me. This was in January, end of December. And I'm telling you, this shit's still with me for like a month. I went to work, everything. Like I just was working. I just like one time they sent me home. I was at work 6:30 in the morning, and when everybody came in, I just had my eyes. I was literally like just head on the desk. And every time somebody asked a question, I just answered it and didn't move. And there's like, yo, what's wrong with you? I'm like, yo, I think I'm sick. And then I was like, my head was hot. I had a lot of symptoms, but it was definitely like January, end of December. But
Well, with
never,
me, sometime in February, I got sick, like, but it was like the feet flu symptoms and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if I got sick then. I just don't know, bro. I just really don't know.
I'm talking about January, December of 2020.
I'm talking about February of last year.
Yeah, but they started talking about COVID in March. I already
I
had them.
know this, but they had been already talking about COVID since November. They just didn't share it with us.
All right, so I think I got it already. I think
I'm just saying. Look, like they had already known COVID was out there in November. They just didn't share that information with us till it was January, late January.
so. That's what I said. I always assumed that
And
I might.
by then, who knows who came from China over here, or whoever came from wherever. Anybody can came from whatever. Who knows where?
But yeah, that's true. I know my like half of my job while I was catching that shit. Like, mad people was catching that shit, and I just never been sick again. So like literally haven't been sick again. I haven't been sick again, so I don't know if I should knock on wood or anything like that. But that's just what it is. Now,
Yeah, I don't.
but I got. Let me get this off since it's early. Who knows how long we're gonna be here? All right, it's come to my attention. This is for the viewers. This ain't for you. It come to my attention that people say that I'm angry or upset. This is what's been brought to my attention after a few podcasts. And then not even mentioning your shit. I've been heard it, but I always laughed it off behind scene. Like I always talked about it behind scene. Like, but now I've just got to share. Be more.
Okay, all right. So, all right. You're okay. Either way, you're portraying a character, right?
No,
I'm saying because this is you, but
yeah,
it's not really you. Understand? Because yes, this is me. We are always our true selves, but you're not always this angry. Like you're not this angry person that comes out of you on camera.
yeah, but that's not a.
Understand?
I am an angry person. Listen.
No, you're not. No, no. You're a dumbass.
Listen, because you can listen. It's not a character. All right, cool. I'm not an angry person. Behind
Yes,
scenes, in the
you're
studio,
not an angry. Because
I'm
you would
never.
know if you was really an angry person. You're not an angry person.
But when I'm talking, when we're talking about
I
certain topics,
know,
I want the
but
people to.
this.
I want the people to know this, man. You know this, man. They know you know this. I want the people who think like don't understand. So I'm not an angry person. I am
No, you're not
fortunate.
an angry person.
fortunate to have a house. I'm fortunate not to be dead. I'm fortunate for a lot of things. So I've learned to appreciate all that. So I'm not an angry person. But now that I've embarked on this journey, this journey that we on, and now that there's things that we're doing, there's things that we're learning, there's we view things a little different. I view things a lot different from how I used to view things last year and the year before. Like it's a big change. During COVID, I just started doing more self-reflecting, paying attention to the temperature and the climate in this world. And now I'm learning some things. So no, I'm not angry. I'm super happy. My stocks is not down. I don't know. I got mad reasons not to be angry.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
But when we
people
talk
think
about, when we talk
you're
about
passionate.
yeah, when we talk about certain topics, I hear a lot from people the getting upset and flustered and and then that's it. There's no action behind that. We get upset and then we still trust the people that we always keep saying we can't trust. So when I hear certain topics, just like with all the police stuff, or the trial that's going on, or the situation with this fuck boy DJ from our upstate, like the situation with that, like I just want to focus on what we could do to change. I don't really want to talk about. I don't want to waste too much energy just pointing out something we heard. If there's nothing if we ain't trying to do something to make sure that and that's what we're trying to do. We got to stay focused on what it takes to get that just to build your own little space. What it takes to do that, I don't have time to worry about or stress too much or talk about what they saying, what this group is saying, why this group ain't doing something, why that group ain't doing something. Like I don't have time for all that. I don't even like talking about it. Honestly. It's not even no disrespect to me. I could listen, like we could conversate, but I really don't like even wasting no energy on that. I talk about it on here because when I try to give you the version where it's like, all right, cool. So fuck all that shit. Fuck the rich people. Fuck the Democrats. Fuck the Republicans. Everybody's gonna do a little something and make everybody dance. Fuck all of them. So and that I'm losing mad. Like there's mad people that just think I'm a piece of shit. But when you're on a path to something and you see something, anything is a distraction. Everything is a distraction. At some point in time, I'm at the point where I just don't want to be distracted. I try to reach out to people. I try peace, Shice Black. I try to reach out to people. I try to keep in contact with people. I try to do so much, but you see me, son. 5:30 in the morning where I'm at. 6:30 in the morning if you jump on here. That's when I got my that's when I go respond on Facebook because I don't keep nothing on my phone. I deleted all social media from my phone. So everything is just when I'm out, I'm out. I took Black History Month off. This is grinding season. I haven't even been in the crib. Every time I get in the crib, it's already time for. I'm tired. I ready to go to bed. It's grinding season. It's time to let what we need to let grow. And during this period, you grind. Then come when within the next month, some of the stuff that we help and we planted. Now we got to see if it blossoms. So while we seeing if it's blossom, I'm taking a break from putting anything in anything else yet. I've been wanting to get the plush lounge ready, but all right, cool. We moved at a pace that was mad. Yo, listen, if people knew half the shit I did to invest in everything that we've been doing, time, not paying NIMO, paid all my bills, but you can't tell a nigga you can't cut his lights off. So I didn't pay NIMO for a whole fucking year. I just paid it. Did not pay NIMO for a whole year. That money was going into something. Like, I knew they couldn't cut my shit off. Cable, internet to cut your shit off. Landlord, I could have not paid the landlord when they said you. That's a bill you just don't want to bill. Like fuck that. I'll take NIMO. I'll hang out with NIMO for a year. Not paying rent for a year is kind of idiotic. But so I don't have time for nothing. That's what I'm saying. There's just listen. I'm trying to do the best I can, but when I hear certain topics, yeah, I get passionate. You want to call it? Disappointed that we still talk, that we still ain't take action. Like there's mad things that come out of that, and that's not even from our conversation. That's from me listening to sports radio or watching or something, and just hearing stupid people say shit, and people that are like the ones that's supposed to like if they do it, we'll do it. Like them niggas. It's mad at them niggas, man. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this is what we need to do. Oh, keep watching NFL. All this stupid shit. Nigga, everybody's not. I get tired of that shit. I'm like completely tired of it. I was a part of that fucked up chain at one point. So now I just don't see nothing else. I told you once, especially learning stocks, especially investing, which makes you do homework, which makes you research companies, which makes you learn shit about that world. That's the world that runs the world, man. That 1% ain't broke. They rich, they billionaires, they trillionaires. So this stock shit, it opened up doors to let you names that people would never heard of. Now you see the game different. Now that's why I get upset. Nigga, there shouldn't be nobody that's selling drugs that ain't invested in stocks. And I'm saying that on here. Like if you're gonna fuck a barbershop, fuck a hat store, fuck all the shit they expect people to do. What do we like? Come on, man. It's a big ass game. And you might have to take a time out. You might have to spend 4 or 5 hours staring at a computer. But shit, you ain't gotta look over your fucking shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So there's mad shit that just get me frustrated. It's not that I'm angry though. Because like I said, I got a circle that of people that really understand me now. That really, there's no trying to change me. If I'm on a bad, if I'm headed in a bad direction, they ain't afraid to just pull me up. You know what I'm saying? Like just that I got that circle. And then we talk what we talk. So there's got to be some action. And I'm on my I'm that's all I'm headed for. That's it. We talk what we talk. I ain't gonna be on here with no fucking characters and none of that shit. I'm not upset. But this is who I am. That's it. All right, don't talk dumb shit. That's I don't have time for anybody that's still trying to figure out why. I'll get back to you when I figure out when. That's it. When this shit pop. There's nothing nobody can tell me. It's not about having mad YouTube followers, Facebook followers. I don't post like that. I hate social media. If it ain't about business, I don't fuck with that shit. Just hey, I send that little inspirational shit that I see that I like that triggers something in me. So I share that. But I don't know. It's nothing personal no more. It's business. And when you put 100 into that, and that's what I mean. When you put 100 into that, not 97, because you got something else that you're giving 3% to. Family don't count. Living family, the ones that daily are dependent on you in some shape, form, or fashion, they don't count. But 100% into what we trying to do.
Son, I'm
And
coming to realize more and more. So I'm coming to realize more and more that it's like I love the people at my job. Like my friends at work, they're great, but they're not doing what I'm doing. They're not creating content. They're not in the field that I'm doing. So of course I'm feeling isolated. I'm feeling out of. I'm feeling alone. And but there's some creators that I get to speak with, but it's just it's just a select few. And of course you can hear it in their voices too that they're feeling constraint there and so it's I know in my gut in my thing that I'm eventually have to go. I'm gonna have to put in my notice and go hard on this and focus on the radio station, focus on everything we got to get going because nobody else is gonna do it for us.
I'm just not mad. That's all. I'm not upset. Just when I talk about certain things, not
Son,
upset. Nigga, you
I don't. But
know
I don't be thinking you upset. I'm just saying,
I
it
want
was someone that said it to me, and
I just
I'm
want
like,
listen, I want to really reiterate this to the viewers, man. I am not upset. I am not upset. All I oh man, if motherfucker understand, man. This is probably the best year I've had since since I since I came out of town. Like honestly, not money wise, but overall, not looking over your shoulder, good vibes, never in no drama. See your family, talk to your family, can leave when you want, come when you want, go when you want. Man, you couldn't do that. You was committed to the streets. You couldn't do what you wanted. You did what you had to do because you was in the streets. You didn't do what you wanted. You may have told yourself that. Right now, I am. This is the best year I had since I finished it. Since I came out of town. I ain't even gonna say what year. Like just all over overall energy, overall going to sleep, sleeping good, overall seeing your kids smiling, talking to or like overall just that whole this is the best you had. So I'm never upset. But now I see that dude, look at all the years that I had that I kept telling myself those were good years. So yeah, passionate about not repeating the cycle, passionate about not passing this on to my children. But in the mix, I have to do this. I'd rather lose a little time early than lose time late.
see, all right, okay, so all right, yes, you right now you're doing your painting on the side, right? But you enjoying painting. It's not that's not like that's something you enjoy doing really. That's like that's another thing for you where you get to do your art. You're kind of an artist when you painting your walls, man. Because
Listen,
you like yours to be what?
I mean that's my shit. But everything that's not it. I don't want to do that shit neither. Listen. This is. I want to say something for real that people should understand, and this should be a passed on. No matter what you do in life, anything I touch, I'm giving it 100, whether I like the job or not. Like whether I like to sit, like if this is what I have to do for them to get by, then I gotta be the best at what I do when to get by. I don't like warehouse. I hate fucking warehouse. There's so many reasons why, and it would be so wrong for me to say it in detail. But I hate fucking working in warehouse. I don't like people too much like that. Like to deal with people all the time. Like people just don't know how to chill when they have bad days, man. So it's just too many different. Everybody's coming with problems and stuck in a sweatshop, and that's how it was in the warehouse. So now, as much as I hate warehouses, I still was the manager within 2 years. Hating it the whole time, even as a manager. I told them I didn't want to be a manager. They asked me why. I said, because of people. They said, don't worry about it. You got this. And from the time I got in management, I just was screaming on people all the fucking time. I was angrier then just working there. But I did my job to elevate myself there. So now that goes on my resume. And now off to the next one. Peace. And that's all I did was just build shit. So yeah, that's why I said I can't be mad. I'm fortunate. A lot of people can't get jobs like I get jobs. A lot of people just can't walk. As you see it, I'm going to houses that I'm pretty sure they wouldn't just bring niggas to their crib. Like just like this. Like this is how I show up to work. But they know I just built that rapport. Don't judge me by the way I dress. But that's something you gotta fight for it, but you gotta give it 100 and master it, whatever you're doing, so that you could tell somebody, fuck off, I ain't changing the way I talk. So everybody needs to really give 100 to whatever they do, so they could, and you will prosper a lot faster than if you try to do 25 here, 25 here, 25 here, 25 here. Because now you need 75 in either one to get to a fucking 100. So now you got 4 different distractions. Pick one, hit it, and just pick little ones and just go. And there's nothing you see.
That's kind of what we've done. It's like with Talking Real, we've made our YouTube. We're building our YouTube up, right? Then with Stuck in My Mind, we're doing the audio podcasting, and we're mastering that aspect of that. And then we're just building this team quietly of people that just have so much different knowledge and different things to share. And Brandy, for example, she's built the whole radio station website by herself. Of course, I've put things in there and I've added what I wanted and subtracted. But she's, for the most part, built the radio station's website.
We're down the wrong thing. Sorry. It was hot. All right, cool. Sorry, it went down the wrong way. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely right, Shice Black. That's why you only fuck with like-minded people, and that's what we've been attracting. We've been attracting people that want the same thing as us, that want to build something, that want to build the village that we want to build.
Listen, I'm not angry.
We got past that already, man. I thought we was past that already.
Talk about it then. Talk about something. Talk about something that's going to make
just talking about it, man. We was just talking about something. We was just talking.
Let's talk about some shit that's on everybody's chest. You know, Brandy got some shit. Talk about it.
No, because Brandy. We need to kind of like get Brandy like.
I haven't even said nothing. So what are you talking about?
I know, not yet.
I got positive stuff going on.
I'm sure you have one border story to tell us.
Talk about it. I'm not
traumatizing stories. I'm not telling any traumatizing or anything that's going on in this fucked up world. No, I got positive stuff. I mean, I got a bad. I could pull some shit out. It get worse.
You need to balance it out.
I didn't even speak yet. I didn't even spoke yet. No. No, it's not.
Sometimes
I didn't even speak yet. You
except
over
for
here
when you're
making up
painting.
assumptions. You over there
No,
assuming shit. You over there assuming shit.
You
He
let
said,
it
"I
out
know Brandy
before
got something,"
you let
and
it
you
out
didn't
before
even
your
let me talk.
creativity.
That's judgmental. That's
All your
judgmental.
creative juices.
Sabrina, this is not passion. This is anger. I'm angry. Okay,
Yo,
I'm mad.
what's going on? What the hell? I don't.
You see how you just did that?
Yeah, he just
See,
flipped.
no, we gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about that. He just said, "I know Brandy got something to talk about," and then he went over here and just tried to read me, and he was wrong. He was wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
you should work on
You
that.
let it out
You should
earlier.
work on that. You should work on that. That was not nice. I had
So,
positive stuff to talk about.
Brandy,
If I wanted to pull out something,
Brandy.
nope, we couldn't have this discussion because I never spoke. I've been sitting here
Okay,
quietly
I got
listening to
something to tell you
everybody,
though. I got something to
and
tell you.
then he just came over here and just tried to read me a new one.
I
I'm
have
hurt.
you something to tell you though.
I'm feeling good. I'm happy.
You happy?
Listen, I don't know.
I'll come over here and rain on my parade. Yeah.
Yo.
Brandy, talk about it. Don't listen to Wise. Talk about it right now.
So negative.
Right now.
What?
Me?
Talk about it.
It's not the same anymore.
Man.
He drained it.
He drained it.
You're a vibe killer, Wise.
I'm a vibe killer. All right.
Mm-hmm. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, that's right. That's right. Shoot.
Yo,
We got her back now. Last few days, what was it? Last week or so, she was just been
Right.
covering her face.
I could tell. Well, that's a reason, and
I know
it's still
that.
a reason because
I know the reason.
they called me back today. They're not finished. I have to wait till next. I got to go back and they have to remold my mouth and do some other shit. And
well,
I
since you brought it up,
was
now
like,
be more detailed about that.
what happened?
Yeah.
Well, Wise, earlier I was eating a pear right today when I was on here, and you probably don't recall this, but it was a few weeks ago. I was on here with a pear, and I bit it. You don't realize I kept it to my mouth for quite some time because some of them didn't feel right. Fucking chip that shit. So
Just got a text from someone, so now we got something from the people. Whenever y'all done.
What?
This is the question. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Just ask the question.
I gotta make sure y'all ready. How does polygamy impact the family as a whole, positive and negative?
That all depends.
One of y'all could do a positive, and then somebody could take a shot at the negative.
I got
And
positive.
Don't be quiet at once now.
I got situational. I don't got positive.
I don't know, man. Listen, I can't judge, man. I can't judge. Like,
you still gotta.
Why would
It
you
all
like?
depends.
This is the question from the people. Asked to the panel.
It's situational. It all depends on the people that's in it, that's involved.
If they happy in the situation.
All right, but just that's what I'm saying. They gotta still hear y'all opinion on it.
Oh.
What were you? What is some? Give me 3 positives, 3 negatives.
You want me to do the negatives? I'll do the negatives.
Whoa, I want you to do both, nigga.
Okay, well, a negative would be jealousies. One of them might get jealous of the other one.
That's one.
How do you explain these to the kids? Like, how do you explain it to the kids? Like,
that's that. All right, I can see that I can see that leaning on a neck.
So confusing your children too.
and then
I don't know. It might be just. All right, what's your opinion on it?
What's my opinion on it? It's who each his own.
It teaches. We know it teaches.
I don't listen. I don't. There's people that live it that's their lifestyle. That's what they choose to live. I don't. I couldn't say if wifey was to come home like yo, you can have another girl. I can't say I would like what. I'm saying.
Yeah, listen, that's what I'm talking about. Listen,
But that's two different things. That's like that.
I
Then
can't be like yo, like,
the whole
no,
lifestyle.
baby, no. I'm just dedicated.
That's a wife
If
now.
wifey, listen, if wifey was to come home and says, yo, you can have another wifey.
all right, I'm gonna paint a picture. Tell me about it. I'm in a relationship with a woman.
Okay.
She wants listen, because this is how I envision this. Like, I won't never initiate this type of behavior. I won't initiate trying to get my girl to get another girl to come home. That's not my MO. It's not even my shit. So I'm not gonna sit there and be like, no babe. Let's bring another girl in this situation. Let's bring another girl in this. But if she brought another girl into the situation, now I'm with two women living together. The only person that I really would have to explain it to is my children. And when I explain it to them, I'm gonna tell them exactly what it is. Like, this is what it is. It's not.
No, that's different. Like we're talking about now. We're talking about because unless you have kids with both these women, right? Then that's what I'm talking about as far as your kids.
Like having kids with them.
Yes.
I don't think at this age, like, everybody just want to keep.
Well, because you are all right. Say someone as far as has 3 wives, right?
All right.
Has 2 kids with each woman, each of them, right?
All right.
That's his sister cousin, isn't it? Like I don't know. Like I don't.
No.
Oh, unless they're sisters. Well, unless they're sisters, but that'll be their siblings, right?
Yeah, it's not confusing about this. Not the cute. There's no incest involved. This is 3 women, 2 women that love laying in the bed with me. I would have to explain to my children as this is their choice. Like, you gotta. This is what I'm saying. You can't.
All right. So what would they call each other? What would each other's kid call each other? Like mama number 2?
No, mom. That's it. That's it. Mom. There's 2 moms in the crib. Mom. They ain't got time to be mom number 1, mom number 2. No. Mom.
I can't take this anymore.
We can't be together if these kids ain't our kids. So you in that polygamy thing, I'm saying it would be the children would call both of the moms. I got 2 moms. I say I got 3. I got a lot of moms.
They got a lot of reality shows I've seen with polygamy.
My mother.
A lot.
Everybody can have. Man, it's not that fucking. Listen, once you accept that you have a lot of mothers and that love, then shit. So it's not that complicated, nigga. For me, from my point of view, it's not that complicated if you keep it a buck with your children.
Right.
If you keep it a buck with your children about a lot of things wouldn't be so complicated. When it comes to homosexuality, all that shit, if people kept it real. Me and my man was talking about it while we was driving from work. We said, yo, going to school, I never even knew you would never even think that somebody was gay. It wasn't a conversation. So we always looked at it as something strange. It was nothing that you was in school. I can't remember. I can't point out nobody in junior high school, public school that I went with that I looked at and was like, oh, it's fruity. Like then nobody can't. So if everybody kept it a buck, unfortunately, I had Johnny. Most militant gay nigga I ever knew. And he kept me, and there was no confusion. That's what I'm saying. They make this shit more complicated.
I still can't believe, and not yes, but he was the.
Rest in peace to Johnny.
He was the
Militant ain't even
Oh
the word.
man, he's the most manliest gay man I've fucking ever met in my life.
Son, but listen. So I was
and
we
you knew Johnny. It just, but it was.
who didn't know, but we knew, we learned about it early. So it wasn't far, it wasn't nothing that we looked at as, well, how we gonna look at it as fucked up? The man we respect. Like it wasn't fucked up for us. He was still my uncle. He still would fuck me up for no reason, for very little reason. Like that was still that nigga.
It was it was that he didn't have very little. He just he didn't play with us.
Yeah,
He
I
didn't
learned
play.
now that I know now. He didn't like you to portray yourself as ignorant, which is bad, which is crazy when you think about it. Not nobody, no other man really was as concerned about the way you represented yourself than him. The one that was shunned for being representing himself as who he was. He never shied from letting the world know he was gay. So that's what I'm saying.
I didn't even think like I didn't even think about it like that though with him. It was just
because it wasn't
always Uncle Johnny. It didn't matter. It
wasn't sugar coated. You're not making an excuse for why you can't explain what's wrong, like why he's the way he is, why he's so unique. We learned early. So when I walk by a person that was into the same sex, it wasn't because I know. And they cool. Nigga was cool. I did a lot of dumb shit. I deserve half the ass whippings. So I'm never mad.
Half nigga. You deserve half.
As you grow up,
every ass whooping we got, I think we deserve, nigga. Might have been one or two we might have did not, but
we wasn't getting abused.
A high percentage of those ass whoopings we deserve, man.
Right, but that's not abuse if you did something wrong and you get punished. It's abuse when you just getting fucked up because somebody drunk or upset at the world. That's abuse.
Oh, we didn't get that. We didn't have that.
But back to polygamy. If you are forward and up front with everybody, it shouldn't be a secret. People should be adapt to just like we have to adapt to all the movements, any movement, because I'm not going to say nothing, make it look like I was against any of these movements. But I'm just saying, if as society has to adapt and accept people, they have to accept that too. You can't shoot down one and then think you can't the other way, like nobody can shoot back. And that's where division come in at. Because they make it so fucking complicated and make it so oddball that now you shut. Now that's a group. Everybody's shunning from just being different. Go back to slavery. It's like everything. Like being different had you looked upon this way and promoted that nonsense. So there was a time when you were promoting anti same sex or any of that. There was a time when you was promoting not being against it. That's what I'm saying. There was a time when that was promoted. That's why it's so hard for some of these old people to change their ways. That's why some of these old people should never be in position of power for so long. You can't tell somebody from the 60s how to think in 2020, man. He's still gonna think the way he was in the 60s.
Setting their ways.
That's it. So polygamy to me, listen. My family that accept it, I love them. And my family that don't, fuck them. That's it. Don't voice your opinion to me. Sometimes some things is better left unsaid. So if you're against it, then don't fuck with me. But don't voice your opinion and try to point, like make it an anti something. So me, I'm like, listen, I'm with it. I wouldn't promote it. I know that there's a lot of shit with it, so it's not one on my bucket list because you got to love two women. You got to deal with two attitudes. You got
or three.
all types. Nah, I'm not. Me makes three. Anything else than that, you. I want to. If I'm gonna get into that shit, then we gotta be living under the same roof. I don't need 5 baby moms or 5 wives and different. Nah, I don't want to travel. So if I'm gonna do this polygamy thing, if I ever was to do this polygamy thing, I would do it only me and 2 other women, and that's it. And then fuck everybody who don't like it. All right, go ahead, Brandy.
Okay. Well, first, to each his own. But polygamy, my opinion, well, since it's a lifestyle anyway, for one to become involved in it, that means that they already accepted it. So I don't really see how anyone can be tricked or not with it because you already know what polygamy is. And usually those type of people are find each other anyway because that's, the lifestyle. And I guess usually it's with polygamy, monogamy and then there's polygamy. I guess theirs is to just procreate. So you have all these wives and your job is to make more children. Which makes sense because I watch these shows, these reality shows where they have all the families where it'd be like this one guy had a bunch of wives, but they all stayed together, and then if it wasn't in a house, it'd be like in the other house on some land, and all their kids they would treat every child from another wife just as their own. You know what I mean? So that works for them. Then that means they're all, understanding and on the same on the same wave for their children. Obviously, if that's their lifestyle, then they're going to teach that to their children. So, you know what I mean? There kind of is no confusion there because their children, unless they somehow develop their own mind frame and feel like they don't like it, then sometimes that happens. But I mean, if it works for them, it works for them. But I guess they want more children and that's the way to do it. I guess you should do it. But like why I said, some of the negatives that come along is like the jealousy, which was very interesting to listen to a woman talk about it with her husband that she loves so much that she has to share him with another person. And so it came down to the question of, well, who gets him in this night? Or who gets the birthday? Who gets that night? So they kind of broke down like the stuff that they have to actually deal with, So like the tidbit of jealousy, like some nights they have nights where she sleeps in the bed with him, and then the other one sleeps in the bed. This year around, I'm going out with him on my birthday, not you. You know what I mean? So they have to like share all that. Still being women, knowing what they're getting themselves into, but still having that. Because I can just imagine, you know what I mean? It's got to be some like, Joe, there probably been fights and all. That'd be interesting to see. But for the most part, if it works, it fucking works,
Listen,
usually Mormons do it.
The blueprint is this: everything is one. If I'm gonna do this, that's what I said. If I'm gonna do this, we gonna get a California king, and everybody's laying in the same fucking bed. There's no taking turns. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even entertain that. That was the scenario that's entertaining. I'm not.
That's how most of them do it.
I'm not picking bedrooms. No. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. For me to get involved with that, the two women really have to like each other at some point. Like being around each other. Like they got
these households, they like love each other. They're sister wives.
Listen, they gotta be cool. So that way that's the only way that shit gonna work. It ain't
they are too. That's a lifestyle. That's why these people get along.
Yeah, but the community is there's people that try.
Nobody's just gonna wake up and be like, I'm gonna be a Mormon.
There's people that try. There's people that try and they make it complicated with all that separate bedrooms, separate houses. Like, nah, we ain't sharing birthdays.
Or they just get a land and
on your birthday, all 3 of us is going out. On my birthday, all 3 of us is going out. On the other female's birthday, all 3 of us is going out. There will never be a y'all 2 go out. Like that's just we ain't sharing.
Yeah, I guess you know how you
gotta. That's the only
give like that individual one time.
Nah, it's not none of that. When we joke and talk, and we have when we have pillow talk, it's gonna be all 3 of us. I won't have to repeat the shit twice. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. That's extra work.
But look, when you think about it, everybody's a different visual. So, like with these families, that's a lot to handle. And for them to still be able to find time for that one individual, that's just kind of like with students or something like that. You like they still need that one on one. You know what I mean? And you give them that time because that's how kind of like human beings are conditioned. That's how you make one to feel a part of is by giving them that alone time because you treat them because no matter what how you cut it, we're all separate people coming together to be as one. So you have to like nurture certain things about a person that between that's how you create that bond. So I totally get it. Like that wouldn't be my choice lifestyle, but I'm not against it either because that works for them. And if they can make that shit work, and still be able to give each person time and they come together too,
Work.
that's
Make it work.
okay.
I just can't afford it.
you know.
I
But it
could
seems to be more of like a religious thing anyway. So
I could damn
I don't
sure
know.
make it work, yo. I just can't afford it.
Yeah,
That's you gotta be fun. You gotta be all right financially. You don't want it to be a burden. There's no
yeah,
sense in this if it's just a burden. But if everybody,
yeah.
if you have 3 people bringing money to the table, like you got to all be on the same. This is what I'm saying is, just let alone just dating one, just to get into find the one, then to get two, it's not as easy as people think, and I don't have the
Look, that
time.
motherfucker. He had 5 of them. He had 5. I was like, what?
And to me, that shit is whack. If it ain't under if everybody ain't under the same roof, it's
Yeah.
like cheating. I'm just going to a
But I mean,
different.
if they have land, and look, if they have land, kind of too, that's good. Because I remember one family had a house, but then they
Yeah,
had so many, they had to expand.
yeah,
They
but
had to expand, but they still was like together.
you're still going to a different house. It's like cheating. I'm never going to stay in one house that long. That's what cheating is. You're just going from house to fucking.
But
That's
cheating, but knowing.
yeah, that's cheating right there. I'm talking about being under the same roof. That the polygamy people that I know, the people that's involved, and I know a group of people that's involved in the polygamy lifestyle, and everybody lives under the same roof. Yeah, there's no. That's what I'm saying. They don't go past two. Everybody's under the
Yeah,
same roof. There's no going to one house. There's no going to the other house. When we taking pictures, there's 3 of us.
I guess we
Y'all
got
all
two.
one. Y'all all one. Because one of us is always going to be there for that one on one.
That's maintainable. That's if you got two.
Yeah, because that's the only way I'm living under the same roof. I would never live under the same roof with 3 women.
You stupid.
Never.
Wait, isn't that your lucky number?
I don't
Isn't
give a
that your
fuck.
lucky number?
I make 3. I don't need
That's
4.
like an odd number, huh?
Yeah, 4 is like an odd number to me. Like 5, like I make 3. I'm happy with 3. That is it. So
Because nobody gets left out.
you can make it work because everybody's under the same roof. Everybody's gonna get their one-on-one time. And that's what I'm saying. The women have to like each other. So even if you feeling a little horny and she's taking a shower, you're just gonna jump in. She's not gonna be startled. You wifey. This is what I'm saying. Like it has to be that type of. That's the only way you're gonna get it to work. Like it don't matter. You could get your shit off either way. You ain't gotta wait because money. Nah, there's no. Listen, we can all try again later when we get in bed. But right now I'm at work and y'all two home and y'all feeling a little, and y'all gonna get y'all shit off. And it's completely like it's just okay. Like what it. I mean,
But look, what?
you cannot fuck that package up by being jealous.
But
Like
look,
that's
what
a
if?
time. There's no what
But
ifs.
what? Look, what if one of the wives, aren't into like messing with the other wife? It's not a freaky deep to her.
Then they
Do you
won't.
have to? You do need like?
I'm
Then you got to
not.
get one that's like into that freaky shit, right?
These women have to like each other, like
Do
each
you?
other's.
You like.
Yeah, we all gonna be in bed together.
Hey, you.
Together. Don't be left out. Don't sit there and wait. Join in. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Polygamy, like People play. Listen, when you playing games, because all this is games. Life is a game.
But there's some people that don't have a relationship like that, and the one is not into sleeping with the other one. That's just how they flow.
Then what are you still doing with someone if that's not if I like women who
I don't
like
think you have to sleep with the other wife to be a polygamist. That like literally sleep with her sexually. That's
man, listen, then I'm not doing this. That's half-assed.
No, I'm not. That's just somebody's preference.
So then
he's not getting with them so they can do it. He's trying to do it with them. They don't gotta do it with each other.
Only the man is gaining. You making this that's one-sided. If I'm the only one fucking both,
not me.
I'm not fucking.
I'm just saying I know a lot that do that way, and there's nothing wrong with it.
I'm not saying nothing's wrong with it. I'm talking about for me. I'm saying this is my personal thing, and if whoever don't like it, because they don't have to like it. If you are hustling backwards. If I got two women living under the same roof with me, and y'all not fucking, and I'm the only one fucking y'all, and I take turns with y'all, then I win. I didn't even have to get in this relationship. I could have just been fucking both of y'all. We could have left this shit separate. Y'all not fucking. So what we doing under the same roof? I don't need that.
What polygamy is, Papi.
You're
just a freak. You're a freak.
No, this is the only way I'm living with two women. That's what I'm saying. This is the only way I'm living with two women. I'm not playing this. Nah, hell no. I'm not doing the ticket because I might not want to talk to one. I might be upset. Nah, I don't know. You fuck everything up. We need to work as a unit, man. People want to do separate, man. You can't do shit separate. Everything ain't meant to be done separate. If you want to play the game, then play the game right. And if me
fucking ain't meant to be separate either.
If me, her, and her is laying in bed, and I decide to roll over and sleep with her, and then roll over and sleep with her, but they not sleeping with each other, do you think I'm going to take a shower? No. So this is how I listen. This is what I'm saying. If I'm
got an image right now.
If I'm gonna deal with more than one woman, then we all fucking at the same time. If we ain't all fucking at the same time, then I'm not dealing with two women. Now, the old me, whatever's whatever. It was freelance. But now, it makes no sense. That's why I said I don't have time to be going to different houses. I don't have time for none of that. So if I'm going to do this polygamy thing, which is basically multiple women, right? Or multiple partners. Multiple wives, multiple partners, whatever you want to say. If I'm going to have multiple wives, yeah, they got to be under the same. And yeah, we got to be fucking. Because if y'all ain't fucking, then one of y'all then we don't need to be under the same roof. And I'm just cheating. I'm just sleeping around. That's how I look at it if you're not under the same roof. It's just sleeping around. You could put whatever name you want on it, but it's just sleeping around if everybody's living their own life. For me, I think, and this is just me, for me, when I think of polygamy, I think of that unit under the same roof. That's why I would never want more than two. That's because I know what I'm willing to deal with. I could deal with two. No, I can't deal with them. And I don't think they've made a big enough bet. We have to do some Pinterest shit. But just get a whole bunch of pallets and just make the whole fucking room a mattress.
What if they got a polygamy store? Oh shit!
They probably got shit. I'm just saying. So that's just my take on that. Like that was the question I was asked. It took a long time, but
that was interesting.
Obviously, then I gotta say I didn't find no.
But they said they just want somebody's opinion, right?
Yeah, they just want to.
I love it.
I don't see no negative. I don't see no negative if you a buck from the game. That's what I'm saying. Everything is the same thing as what I say about relationships. If you keep it 100 from the gate, you'll duck a lot of fucked up situations. 100. You gotta be like saying some shit that people just will not expect to hear. That's it. Like you gotta give it to them. Like if you was punching a nigga in the eye, like on the first date, like yo, listen. So, do you like girls who like girls? And like just ask stupid shit. And when that yo expressions is a motherfucker. It's hard when you get shot, when you get hit punched in the face to fake that expression. So when you hit somebody with a question that they just didn't expect coming, man, they facial expression says everything. And that's how you
Real answer.
I'm telling you, you gotta say something stupid. That's what I said. If you go this mad stupid shit I already got, like that I would say when I do go on a date. I'll just say some stupid shit. Like it ain't gonna be serious, but it's gonna be I just don't think somebody would expect me asking these questions.
I can just imagine.
I already got them already. Everybody has them. A couple of questions. When you be honest with like, nah, I'm not giving a sample. I ain't dating. But yeah, you gotta keep it a buck, man. I fucked up a lot not keeping it a buck. I'm not saying that the other person was keeping it a buck. I'm just saying that I didn't keep it a buck on my behalf, on my end. So it caused for unnecessary headache. So I just know now to just keep it a buck. But since I know, and sometimes that shit people still don't believe you. Like, I'm not dating, they be like, yeah, you lying. Like, I'm dating them. I don't know. I'm dating. But you gotta keep it a buck. That polygamy shit is, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not on my bucket list.
Yeah. To each his own. Like you said, if you're gonna do something, do it right. 100% into it. I remember I had a guy, like it's like around the beginning of Corona, the pandemic. That was was he like an Israelite or I don't know, but I was going to the store and he felt the need to stop out of his preaching to speak to me, and I spoke to him back. And I was more on like the podcaster level shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, this would make an interesting show, you know. But I'm not stupid. I saw through the smiles and all that stuff. I think they're protesting. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Oh my god, thanks a lot. But yeah. So I spoke to him.
All right, finish
Hmm?
that. Finish.
I spoke to him, and I was more interested in, to be honest with you, about the lifestyle because I always wanted to know what was up with because my son's father, he's my Muslim, and I used to go with him sometimes to the even though that's not my thing, to mosque and stuff. And so I wanted to know what's up with these Israelites and stuff because you're so aggressive, on this corner. But then he took it to a place. Now we got there, but he spoke of his multiple wives, but he did keep it a buck. You know what I mean? He kept it. Yeah, you know what I mean? And so, and I'm very open minded, so I'm not one. I've heard a lot. I've seen a lot. I don't shy away from shit and be like, oh my god, I can't. So I listened when he was like, yeah, I have wives. Sometimes they do them. They're where they are. I introduce them sometimes if they want to be introduced. If not, it's cool. But I do this because what's the point of me not being upfront and just letting him know. But he just kept saying how he seemed really focused in on me. But in my head, I was thinking like, but how did that? I was like, okay, but I could see where he was trying to get me to be comfortable with it, and I knew I would make my own. I kept a very open mind. I let the shit because I wanted to see where I was willing, like how does this work for people? And then in the long run, it wasn't because I didn't talk to him anymore. You know what I mean? Because then I realized, nigga, I don't even know you. You know, to be honest with you, he seemed too pushy. Like I don't like when people try to tell me how they're gonna put themselves, how they're gonna interject themselves into my life. You know, so he kept trying to like come by my house, and I'm thinking in my head, I have a child, I don't know you, just talking to you, you could be a stalker. You know, he thought because he was an Israelite that I should just trust him to be around my kid, and I was like, I don't even bring people around my kid like that. Just because you are a man of God and all that stuff, that does not mean that you really are. But at the same time, that doesn't. He should have understood that. You know, not that I'm not just gonna bring you around here. And then he started to tell me how he was gonna be. I'm gonna be a part of your podcast, like shit like that. I was just like, slow down, buddy. Don't tell me what you're. You just seemed too aggressive for me. And that was that. Nice guy, nice conversation. I learned a little bit, but to each its own. And I thought about it too, and I was like, I guess you have to be comfortable if you're willing to go into something like that. You better go into it knowing what you're getting into. You can't go into that and then have demands like, why you with her? Why you blah blah blah? No, honey, you got yourself into this. You should have did a trial run first. You know what I mean? And seeing if you can hang or something. But if you know it's not for you, it's not for you because it's not for everybody. And usually it's like religious type, a thing with people too. But and there's nothing wrong with not being with it either. It's just, but
Not
if
on
you
this,
are, don't play the game.
not on this coast. They ain't got nothing to do with religion. They just
Yeah, yeah, that's like some 19th century
doing it.
type of shit.
But
Hmm.
I mean, like I said, I wouldn't do it if it ain't if all the if you ain't getting all the perks. If everybody's not receiving all the perks, that's it. To me, it would be just too uncomfortable. I don't got time to be. I need us to just be. I don't want to. I want both of them to know what I'm thinking, know what I'm at the same damn time. I don't want to have to repeat this. I don't want to have to listen. Teach his own. I didn't even never even care to understand all these wives. That just wasn't my thing. It never even was something that sounded good to me. Two, it's just always been more than a handful for me. So I never was. I mean, and then living in separate cribs, that shit is man. One might want to live in Long Island, the other one might want to live in fucking Buffalo.
That's crazy. If
Yeah,
you don't live that lifestyle.
like we can't live that far apart. Which now those comes with all. Now I'm telling you where you should be living, which is not right. So if we ain't living under the same roof, then when I'm out that way, I'll sleep with you, and when I'm over here, I'll sleep with you. That's how basically it is. You could call it a wife if you want. What it basically is when I'm in that town, that's who I'm fucking, and you know this. And when I'm in that, that's who I'm fucking, and you know this. And that's it. That's how I look
Well,
at
unless
it.
you got
And
land.
I
What
don't,
about if you got land like the other guy? It was like right next door
I don't want. Listen, if we not
because they had that
understand.
many kids. They
Listen,
had a bunch of kids.
listen. All that shit sound cool. All that shit sound very cool. I
They need a
am
big
not
house.
living in a town full of my wives.
No, no, but your land, like next door, it's only you guys
Yeah,
on that
that's
land.
a town. If you got all those wives, that shit becomes a little town. I'm not with all my wives. Are you bugging out?
Yeah,
Nah,
go right next door.
listen, we don't. I don't want no. That's we're gonna. I don't got time to be going from house to house saying the same shit. That's all I keep hearing, thinking in my head is I'm gonna be in the house telling the same shit over to every wife. You're bugging. If my wife and my wives not under the same roof in whatever little house I got, and we make it work, I'm not fucking buying you a house so you can live next to me. Building you a house so you can live next to me. Get the fuck out of here.
Do you need a man cave? Well, you need a man cave to get away for your me time. You time.
What's a man cave? Everybody, what,
Kind of
playing
like a
pool?
getaway, like a
Nah,
getaway. Like, how does
I'm
that
not.
work? For
I got 2 wives. There's no need for me to go outside.
but man cave is inside, but you know, like yo, you time like I need a break. Feel
Living room
me?
is
You
going
get crazy
like
there.
living room is going. No, I got. You're gonna have a little spot for your homies when the homies come through. But that's it. Come on, if the homies ain't coming through, I'm in the crib. I got 2 fucking wives. What the fuck do I need to be anywhere else? There's mad shit to do.
I agree. I agree.
I'm saying, what? Who? Like who? Me being outside is what to front to let people know I got 2 wives. No, I want no. This I'm not fucking this back. I get my hands on 2. I'm not fucking back up. You couldn't even make me fuck that pack up. That's it. They partners. Let's go. Let's go. You feel like going to studio? Now you want to chill? All right, be back.
To get the other one.
If she wants to come, she want to come. Nobody should be jealous. That's it. Like we all coming home. We all ain't in the same shit you tell a nigga. Come home to me. You tell the 2 of us to come back home to you. It's the same shit. You shouldn't make it feel like it's a divide. And they need to like if they don't understand that, then I'm fucking leaving the situation. Like I have no problem exiting, yo. I'm not here to play these fucking games. Don't try to pump fake me. Don't April Fools me. Nothing. I'm leaving. I don't give a fuck how you feel. It hurt. I give a fuck. But if I see that this is not, there's no understanding, then I don't give a fuck. While giving a fuck. But I don't give a fuck to be in that situation. Leaving, man. If I got to keep on my knuckles with nothing, if I got to walk, I'll figure it out. So yeah, I'm not being in no situation like that. We all need to be fucking loved. We all need to be loving and loved. That's all. And if you can't fucking apply that, if those simple rules don't apply, then everything else is just I'm gonna start something just to see it, to watch it fail.
Yeah.
That's what I learned. Just why start something and you know it's gonna fail. You know it's not gonna work. And sometimes it ain't even the man. So sometimes you just not ready for that shit. I came home believing that I was supposed to be in a relationship because of my age. And I ain't know shit about relationships. So all of them failed. All of them failed because I didn't know shit about a relationship. It was nothing that was ever, it was so far fetched to me, a relationship. I never believed I would even be in a relationship. Like I never had belief of a relationship. Like if for some strange reason, I don't know what it is. Could be a lot of things. I mean, I talk to my psychiatrist or my therapist, but I just never had that. Like I was never woo like that. I loved. I was sad by some breakups. That was out of. Some people just wasn't ready, or just was trying to change me, and I just wasn't changing because I didn't see nothing wrong with me. So why the fuck am I changing? I'm tiptoeing now around on eggshells, trying to make something work. That's never going to work because I'm gonna always be tiptoeing on eggshells. But I tried. It hurt it. But now I know I shouldn't have never been tiptoeing on eggshells. And everything else would have been genuine. So yeah, under the same roof, understand, don't waste my motherfucking time. That's it. I'm telling you, there will be no reason for anything else, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna have that. And I'm not saying that that's it. One person could do it. Now, let me not get everybody twisted. I'm not fucking saying that this is my dream or some shit. I just vision it very well. I'm a visionary. So, so as I'm saying it, I picture it. But at the same time, it's the same thing with one person. If nobody's walking around on eggshells, then the shit works. That means if you meet a girl and she got mad guy friends, and you knew this. When I met you, I knew you had mad nigga friends. I knew the niggas fuck with you. A lot of niggas, like big brother type niggas, like them females that got them niggas in the street that nigga just be baffled in his head to think that she ain't fucking all these niggas. Like once you get with someone like that, then you can't be telling her she can't talk to these niggas no more. Because you met her that way. It's like meeting a stripper, winning her over, and then telling
Get
her
off that pole.
strip no more. Now what she was this is what she was doing. This is what she liked doing. She enjoyed it. She crafted it. She bought 1,000 different outfits. Got heels out the ass. And now you're telling her she can't wear none of that because you put your stamp on it now. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's gonna be a lot of domestic violence. A lot of shit.
Because she's gonna be like, wait, what?
It's not even no matter how you go about it. Because if he don't want her stripping, then he don't want her talking to no niggas.
Right.
So yeah. So now that relationship just ain't gonna work.
Ever. No.
When people step back and actually pay attention to this, then you realize that.
Because you would figure before that they're probably telling you like before you got them, right? And it's like, I don't want you doing this no more. And you would think she'd be like, well, this is what I do. So you'd be like, okay, well, I guess it's not gonna work. But if you wooing her and then you're like, yeah, girl, I like it, and you get together, boom, you'd be like, about that stripping. I want you doing that shit no more. You're like, wait, hold up.
Listen,
like,
if there's anything
I never had that problem
that I took, if there's anything that I took pride in, and I shit you not, was playing the game the right. I was not trying to be in a relationship. They couldn't even tell me they believed that I even gave them a inkling of an idea that I was going to be committed to in a relationship. Nobody could tell you that because I played that, and I never treated any female fucked up after. Listen, man, do what the fuck you want to do. I know what this is. This is just a booty call. Enjoy whatever the fuck you enjoy. We'll link up again. And when we do, we'll have a memory. And then you go back to doing what the fuck you're going to do. That's why I say I live by myself most of my time up here. I never really lived with a woman like that. Going back into like 91. I just didn't live with women. So I always was so I played the game like, listen, I ain't got no time to be mad at nobody doing what they're doing, how they doing it, not saying hi to me, walking by, not talking to me. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. That shit don't really bother me. None of that shit bothers me. So I played it right. So I never had to put myself in a situation. I told you I came home with the thoughts. I don't know why. I came home like, y'all too getting old, yo. Felt like forever. So maybe I felt like I was getting old. And I was just like, yo, I'm getting old, man. I need to be settled down. But I didn't know shit about a relationship. All them shit's fair. I didn't know how to communicate properly. I didn't know how to articulate properly. I didn't know. I'm just saying me. I'm saying I'm the only one blamed for this. But I am saying that I understand that I just wasn't. So, but please believe you me. Now, shit. Yeah. And a relationship still ain't like on my top 10. Like that ain't the urgency for that. It's not.
Right.
Communicating, learning how to articulate better, learn how to hold conversation, being able to, being able to engage with anybody on like in any conversation. And if I don't like the conversation, I won't engage too long. But I can kick it with any conversation. On the average conversation, I won't say any so somebody can say something smart. The average conversation that you would embark upon walking through your town, going through your town at stores and at work, those conversations at any level of anybody, I know how to articulate. Despite how I dress, any of that, when I speak, they'll know. So, and that's all. I take pride in that, like taking pride and make sure that people understand. And like I was telling Wise when we was talking earlier, the one person that made sure that that was something that you keep embedded in me was my uncle, and he was gay. And he was the one that made sure that. And that now you see, like, even then, he had to be like, he was proud of what he was, so he wanted me to be proud of whatever I decided to be. He always like, listen, this is how you stand, this is how you look people in the eyes, all that shit. Get in trouble for not maintaining that type of posture, shit like that. So it just goes to show, man, there's a lot of people fought the fight way before this fight, before it became some movement. OGs, like, and that's how he was. That's how the village. Why people always looked at the village like it was just, those are just people that was like, nigga, fuck you. Fuck you. This is where, don't come here then. This is where we at. Without a movement. They didn't need the movement. Them niggas just stood their ground. That's what I'm saying. I'll keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. That's it.
Gangsta gay people. I know.
Yeah, keep it a buck. Listen. Yeah, you cute. But you know what? All right. All I got is dick. There's nothing else.
Nothing else. Bubble gum.
Fuck the bubble gum. I'm saying. But like, yeah, you just ain't got time for that shit, man. It's just no, all that other shit is a waste. I enjoy conversations. And like I said, I'm not gonna. There's probably there's so many women that don't know. My poker face is serious, man. You would not know that I even think about you in a triple X way. Like I could be like, you would not get that. You would think I'm just not into like you. You would think I'm not into like you. Like you'd be just like, yo, this nigga just not into me. It's not that. It's just that ain't my shit. You know what I'm saying? I've just never. I used to always watch niggas just be thirsty. I was like, never gonna be thirsty. Like there's just certain things that I just never gonna be thirsty. You're never gonna. There's lusty moments that we all have at certain times. But for me to be sitting there after that one lusty moment and then just keep hounding you, nah. It's not that it was bad. It needs sunshine. I haven't met sunshine yet. So I'm not coming. I won't ask for it again. I'll be mad we ain't do it again. But me just coming out and saying, yo, when you gonna let me hit that again? It'll never come out my mouth. It just won't. If a situation arises or presents itself where that can take place again, different story. But just me trying, nah. I go about my life, yo. I was a cold nigga. I go about my life. It's not that hard to just go about my life, man. I did not meet sunshine. Every time I thought it was the sunshine. So I was like, all right, that's not it. But Oh shit. Listen, I don't know. Everybody was in a good mood, but nobody, I'm not angry. That's how I'm gonna end this. I'm not angry.
Passionate.
When we talk about shit that I like talking about, then you see a smile.
But
uh,
good. There we go. We got that's a good one.
but that's it. That's all I got for tonight. I didn't know talking about that. Once again, the question was posed by not only a personal friend of mine, but as well as a Patreon of mine. One of the actual Patreons we do have that I know that I could say, hey, she's supportive. So I go to her for questions. She gives me these questions, right? For the people, by the people. So there's a question that needs to be posed to the panel. We will pose it. Other than that, April Fools.
Mm-hmm.
April Fools.
I don't believe in shit on April Fools.
And we said was real. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for going to watch. Thank you if you like. Hit subscribe. Do something. If you don't, thank you. Have a good night.